during the exhibition slate.
And they can't be turning the ball over, especially being as shorthanded as they are. They've got to make sure they keep possession.
Underneath in the one-hand jam by DeAndre Ayton after the lob.
How the officials see it.
Schroeder confronts Ayton, who is there to reject. Chance for the break. Here they come, 3-on-2. Middleman is Reeves, lobbing underneath, and Arabia can't finish. But
How Rui starts this second half. He had 10 points in the first quarter. Rui did. Only took one shot in the second quarter.
the steal, the shovel, the slam.
Well, I'll tell you, Ayton is running the floor very well.
Each other. He and Monk. Marcus, two-hand pass out to Reeves. On its way for three. Got it!
Austin Reeves having fun now.
Huge game for Austin Reeves. 34.
34 big ones.
91-88. Lakers have made their last 4 shots. Reeves, defense, offense. Make it 13-11. Reeves is 39-8-7. Hello. Austin's got it again. Pull up. Does he have another? Give me another.
He's cooking. He's cooking.
Minutes to go. A nice win here, the first road game of the year. A lot of road games coming up again. 9 out of 12 on the road. Reeves!
It's that night, man.
Reeves!
There's some nights when the basket looks as big as a swimming pool.
And Austin gets another rebound. So he'll end with 51, 11, and 9. And his teammates, they mob him right now. What an effort. What an effort by AR tonight.
Yeah, he gets a lot of credit, but you got to credit this whole team.
Oh, of course.
I mean, this is quite an effort. Led by that man.
Yeah, 5 players in double figures. A couple of players in double-digit rebounds. Look at Zach LaVine. Respect right there. And the Lakers win. They go 2-1 on the year. And by the way, we have a game tomorrow. We got a game tomorrow.
All right, Austin, as somebody that likes to defer credit and give your teammates credit, it looked like they weren't going to allow it there. They just surround you, give you the basketball. What does that moment feel like for you?
It means a lot. You know, we play basketball for those moments for team success, and you know, these guys have, you know, we hang out 90% of the time together. Like, a lot of people don't realize that you're on the road so much, you're in the gym so much, that these people literally become family. And you know, I go to war for them any day. So for them to treat me like that, they're special. I mean, we're down Luka, down Bron tonight, Jaxson as well, and could have been very easy for us to come in here and lay down. And you know, that's not what, you know, the coaching staff has instilled in us. So it was special.
All right, so the other Lakers since the year 2000 to score 50 points, it's Kobe, it's Shaq, it's LeBron, and it's AD. Having your name with that kind of a list, you're a kid from Arkansas, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't deserve all that, but
just a fact that you scored 50. That's all.
I did. I mean, but you know, I grew up watching all those guys, and you know, I ain't got no words. You know, some of the best players to ever play the game.
You could have gotten one more assist, though, to get a triple-double.
I thought Jake was going to go dunk to him. He let Dennis block him, so I'm going to give him some shit about that. But, nah, I mean, all that matters is we won, and we got another tough one tomorrow night, so a quick turnaround, and, you know, we'll be back at it.
Stu was talking on the broadcast about the fact you only had 2 turnovers, though, and this is after having one last game. I know JJ made that a point of emphasis, but to be on the ball that much, no Luka, no LeBron, how important was that to take care of it?
Very. I think the 2 turnovers come in the first 6 minutes of the game, too. You know, going into games, you know, like tonight, I was going to have to be a little more aggressive without those guys, and you know, that's a main focal point. You know, I can get loose with the ball every now and then, and just to be able to give our, you know, team the best opportunity to score on every possession is what we needed. And you know, everybody, you know, chipped in tonight. DA played amazing. You know, we had a lot of really good performances.
Thanks, Austin. We'll let you go. You probably have to field a lot of text messages tonight.
I might not respond, so if I don't, I'm sorry.
Luka, we found that out today. No LeBron, no problem. The Lakers get the win in Sacramento behind an all-time performance by Austin Reeves. 51 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. We're going to get to him in a moment. What an incredible team effort by these guys, very shorthanded. 4 guys missing once Gabe went out. Everyone stepped up big game. This is a great win on the road.
It sure was, Geeter. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing to see the making of something. Like they're baking a good team here. Without Luka, without LeBron, you can tell that these guys are connected. I mean, Austin, amazing. I mean, on 22 shots to do what he did tonight and miss a triple-double by 1 assist was just a great leadership. Great leadership. And then the rest of the guys, you know, Reeves 7 for 10, very efficient. You know, they didn't waste a lot of shots. You know, 8 and 10 of 17, and I think you know, Jake coming in, the bench. I think tonight they got over 20 points. I think it was a really good collective effort led by Austin. Malik Monk came in. Westbrook, they had their way for a little while, but then they clamped down again defensively, and I think they kept that in mind, defending, not turning the ball over in crucial situations. It was just a nice collective effort of what they did tonight, and just hats off and one little worthy clap there. Oh, you want another one?
Music. Well done.
Okay, send them in.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I mean, we'll get into, you know, the numbers and highlights and specific plays. The stat lines for a few guys are great to look at. But what comes to mind for me is I feel like in recent years, these are the types of games throughout the course of the regular season that forced the team to have to play catch up in February and March and ended up in the play-in instead of playoffs. And, you know, you saw a team last year win 50 games, end up with the 3rd spot. That's how you start to build some playoff and postseason success. It's like building out, protecting home court, having home court advantage in the first round, second round, all the way through if you can. But this is more about mindset than physical performance. And so for a veteran team to, like, care enough about the game tonight, to figure out a way to win this one, it just says, to James's point, a lot about who they are and where they want to go. And this is going to pay off later in the season to get this.
JJ, I think we saw how the players kind of felt about Austin, that kind of mobbing him right on the court after that performance. But what stood out the most to you, and what have you gotten to know about Austin that kind of makes that a moment for you? What did you recognize out of that?
He was fantastic. Did a little bit of everything for us tonight, all over the place. Scored the basketball at an incredible level, but just his tenacity to compete. Like, it's so apparent every single day he's in the gym. He just loves competition. He thrives on competition. We talked about it a little bit towards the end of last season, and then right after the regular season. This is a small town kid from Arkansas who went undrafted, who last year averaged a 20 ball in the NBA and just had a 50 ball. These moments are incredible for him. I think his teammates see that. I know as a coaching staff, we see that. He just lives in the moment, and he's ready for every single moment that comes. And it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be around him every day.
Just what kind of energy and uplift does that give a group, especially with the guys that you're missing and that you can carry here for a little
I thought it was all our guys. I mean, the big challenge before the game was just playing with our edge. We finally, I was like waiting for it in the preseason. Didn't feel like we had it against Golden State. Didn't start with it against Minnesota. I thought we had it all night tonight. They have a ton of offensive weapons. They can score the basketball. Our resolve, our tenacity on the glass. When we were getting hurt, we had 3-4 guys trying to sandwich rebound on Sabonis. Like they're a tough team to compete against. And I just thought our guys brought an edge, and it wasn't just Austin leading that. DA was great. Vando, smart. Gabe before he got hurt. All those guys. And then Jake and Rui just hit some big shots for us in that fourth quarter.
JJ, we got a glimpse of your post-game speech. That's your favorite thing when we get to see it after game 2, and it was something along the lines of, this is a reference point that we can look back at, considering Luka being out, Gabe having to leave the game. Did you earn another reference point tonight, and what can you point to?
Well, I do think for this group, it's important to know that you can win a basketball game without those two guys. Our group last year knew that because we did it. And AR had some huge games for us offensively. We nearly beat Denver on the road without those guys. So the guys that were on the team last year, I think, believed already, but it's important for us as a group to understand that, like, we have enough good basketball players to win games when two of our best players are out.
Coach Rick, I only have one question. DeAndre Ayton, 22 points, 15 rebounds, really controlled the boards under there. You know, you didn't have to deal with DeMontis tonight. What do you think about his play tonight? He's been looking really good for you guys. Yeah,
he just keeps getting better every single day that he's with this group. I thought the pick and roll stuff was really good tonight. His pocket decision making was really good. Love seeing him get 15 rebounds, but I think offensively that was his best night.
How did you feel like the team? You mentioned it wasn't just Austin, but how did you feel like the team used maybe Sacramento's more aggressive defensive schemes on Austin late in the game? I think it was like Jake, Rui, and DeAndre all were able to score off of that late.
Yeah, we were ready for it. It's something, we show on film, we do breakdowns. We've worked on it a ton over the last 10 days. Typically, we're doing it to get ready for teams blitzing Luka. So, once we saw, the initial one, they actually didn't blitz. He was up to blitz, and then DA kind of slipped out of there, and he got a little bit in no man's land. So coming out of that next time out, we were ready for it. And, I thought the guys did a great job of execution all night long, particularly, in the fourth quarter. Off of the blitzes, drew up an ATO for Jake to get that layup. That was another great example of our execution. And it's 2 games in a row offensively for us that we've played high-level basketball. Still got some things to work through right now, particularly if Gabe is going to be out, with just ball handling. I mean, it's asking a lot of AR to be the sole ball handler the whole game and get pressured full court and have to offensively create. So it's just something we'll have to figure out with our rotation in the short term.
JJ, just follow up on that. What do you know about Gabe? How is he doing?
I don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything. Yeah, we'll know more tomorrow.
And then also, you mentioned that playing with that edge. Was there a moment, whether it was pregame or during the game, when you really saw that this team was ready to play and had that edge that you were looking for today?
I saw it right away. It wasn't a singular moment. Talk about our shifts. Made a couple defensive mistakes in the first half, but a lot of what they got in the first half was our turnovers. They had 30 points in the paint. 14 of those were in transition off of our turnovers. So I felt like we were, if we could sustain that level of play in terms of our effort and our talk and our shifts and all that stuff, and continue to execute on the offensive end, then we'd have a chance to win. And that's what we did.
JJ, assuming Gabe's out for a little while, as of today, you had 8 healthy full contract players. You mentioned sort of the tenacity to compete. What did you see trickle down from him on that front, the tenacity front from this group?
I just think you need something to galvanize the group, to give the group belief. Austin led on that tonight. And frankly, I think the play of Vando and Smart was up there too. They led. They made the group believe we could get a big win on the road.